Yes, the Tier 0 debate. Now make sure you guys smash the little crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Today's video is brought to you by this little guy right here. This guy is the poster child of everything that is going to go wrong in future Yu-Gi-Oh! And you can thank Konami for giving me a keychain of this. Actually, I picked it up off of JP Fans when I made an order, just so that I could talk about Toons today. So, today's drama, or today's topic, is brought to you by Toons. And talking about the Tier 0 debate. Again, always looking at the Tier 0 side of a format is always very interesting, because Tier 0 formats breed skill. They breed card choices, innovation, and it weeds out quote-unquote bad players. That is also a bad thing. I had to pause there for a second to build dramatic effect. It breeds undesirability. We can sit here and make the fact that, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players want a game of skill. They want to be able to know every matchup they're going into. They want a zero-sum game where they can control every aspect of things and let the shuffle of the deck come down to being the determining factor of the game. That, and also Toons have an FTK, a complete control wipe, the ability to look at your opponent's hand, always give you perfect knowledge on every sort of situation that you can possibly go into. And on top of that, making sure that, you know, you've got your bases covered in every sort of situation that you possibly can. I kind of feel like Toons are the exception to the Tier 0 rule, because they were a deck that if you had given them enough support, they were bound to become a cracked shell of a pile anyway. And then at this case, that's exactly what happened to Toons. We got to actually see, you know, what happens when a deck like this comes through. It's just the way that Toons had so much different legacy support, and the fact that all of these different pieces just kind of became broken with the additional support, I think was kind of the thing that broke it. Now, a lot of this has got to do with a lot of the interactions and tools that the deck now has. Because, I mean, if you look back at the legacy support, I mean, most people aren't even playing the little blue eyes that goes with this. Most people have just actually forsaken this guy, and they just went, wee, you know, he's in the trash. It's kind of sad, actually, to say, but it's kind of the reality of where we're sitting right now. You know, most people don't even want to give the Toon cards really the time or day in regards to the blue eye stuff. Now, the Rizel build, the FTK, okay, that's interesting. So why did this spark up the Tier 0 debate? It was actually, I was actually reading about this from Triff over the weekend, and you know, providing the fact that Toons have actually, I think Toons have the most tools. Like, if you're annoyed right now with Cool Toons being able to peek into your deck, extra deck rip, stack your draw, and gain hand knowledge, Toons do all of that way more aggressively, brokenly, and is even more annoying than you could think. And it's, I think right now, the tier list of annoyances within the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Are hand peeking and negates, and then, like, stacking the deck, and then, like, extra deck rips. I'm sorry, but, like, I kind of put stacking my draw above going into the extra deck and ripping out a combo piece. At least when you're stacking my deck, you're giving me a brick, which gives me less chances to be able to combo up. I can at least know if you're going to go into my extra deck and rip a card out. You know, in terms of deck building process, I can stack things to aid me with that. I can't really do that in the course of, oops, there's my one Habagiri, guess it's getting, you know, sent to the Shadow Realm. That's not good or fair in terms of mechanical balance to the game. Like, that is not a good sort of solution that you want to be pushing right now for things. So that's something interesting that I've been kind of noticing right now, has just been, you know, these annoyances of new modern era power creep that have been going. I mean, we were at a point where field spells were becoming the more broken thing. I'm sure you guys remember the era of Vidos. You know, we were producing gimmick puppet field spells that were doing all of these shenanigans that we were just sitting there going, why are we designing this power creep to get out of hand in terms of field spells? That was honestly probably some of the crazier shit that this game has done, was just making field spells that provide you with searchability, but on top of it, way more BS than there ever actually should have been enabled within that. So I kind of get it, but this is all just an issue of power creep. It's just, we went from slow power creep changing the game to we're right back on the merry-go-round of, wee, I love this. I love Toons in my face. Oh, it's so good. Oh, yeah, Toon Blue Eyes Dragon. Oh, you're so good. You know, absolutely tier 0 down. So, tier 0 is good for the players that are competitive at the game, is absolutely horse dog shit for the casual player. Because, you know, I can't wait for, you know what we're going to be saying at the end of the year, right? Oh boy, little Johnny's going to Uncle's today. He's ready to have a good old time. Oh boy, I can't wait to play my 4 Toon matchups with my Blitzclick deck. This'll be fun, said Johnny as he walks on into the locals, just to get hit upside the head with, ah, blue eyes, ah, Toons! You know, that's where we're heading right now. And it has to happen because they need to check and balance the game. But your meta for the rest of the year is Toons. There is no doubt in my mind. Will it be an FTK? Will it be a, you know, some other thing? Now, are players going to enjoy it? No, but the thing is, Konami can make ban lists. They can curve out certain cards. They can do things. But, I mean, the inevitability is mind scan. Honestly, I'm more interested in the fact of how you fix Toons going into a potential tier 0 meta. You know, do you check the deck with banning mind scan? Does mind scan do enough, or do we have to ban duo drive? Obviously, you know, there's the topic of conversation with the, you know, crazy FTK pieces for sure. But I mean, I guess that comes down to consistency in the way that the TCG views it, because we still have Catapult Turtle Eagle, all right? Nobody's consistently ending duels with the FTK. No siree, they are not. But at the same time, you know, it's a topic of conversation on, you know, do we need to balance things a little bit more correctly? You know, are we going to take preemptive hits to try to balance this? You know, what are going to be the things that we are going to see them have to take action on in order to counterbalance where we're at right now? And to the players that like tier 0 formats, good job. I'm proud of you. You'll get tier 0 formats every couple of years. I feel like they pop up. Even if they're in small bursts, they do in fact exist. But they need to not happen all the time. You know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Feels like it has done progressively better over time, trying to balance out these issues before these formats get to the point that they become severely cracked. I mean, look at how fast Netcheria Rose Whip got dealt with on our side of the game. You know, Konami is not a stupid company. They know where the problems lie. It's just sometimes they're a little bit slow, turtles, at addressing things that need to be addressed. And I think this is one of those situations where dear old Konami Slow Turtle Express is probably going to be extremely slow with dealing with it. That, or you'll see a ban list in March, February of next year where they have to kind of control and do everything. I'm tired. Tier 0 formats are boring as crap. They are not fun to deal with. If you're a high tier competitive player, sure. But if you are a casual Johnny, Timmy, you know, whoever you are out there, it is not a fun experience for you. And I am sorry that, you know, at least you have it pinned on your winter schedule on when you can take a break from the game. That's one good piece of advice I can give you. Circle November, baby, because you're getting a break. Guys, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And, la-di-doo-dee-da. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.